As a picture of Raquel on one of my galleries up there, looking up from I downloaded from I got from her Facebook. Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, I had that the other night because people, you weren't faithful. This was the thing with me. Anita Taylor. Anita Taylor, she wanted to have a baby right off the bat. You didn't mind if you had a baby with. It was different. Anita said she needed a baby to love her, to make her feel loved. And I kept telling her, that's not going to happen right away. And it may not happen at all. You have to be ready to love a baby if you're going to have a baby. And, you love the person that you're making love with, then you're going to love that baby. And then you're going to, So, oh no, I love Patrick's mother very much. Okay. She was just so broken, and they threw us into a meat grinder in Cumberland County, which I told her, but she insisted I have her come out anyway. And then I said, this is a bad idea, and Jesus and Adam and Eve told me, no, you have to do it. And I was like, why? I don't understand. But then the whole thing with Natalie, when I had the conversation with Jesus, I still remember it like it was yesterday in that little yellow shower on Belmont. I said, no, Teresa's probably right, I get Noah and Patrick, she gets Natalie, and we go our separate ways. And so there'll be an even split. She has the girl, I get the boy. I'll get Patrick back. She goes, you'll get Patrick back, it'll be your bachelor pad. And she was right, and I should have took it, but a little voice in my head, Jesus goes, no, Natalie's the key. The key to what? And like I told Bishop Brian Manwaring in Sierra Vista, what's it like being the Messiah? Basically is what he was asking me. Was the prayers, the revelations, what's it like, Val Coomer? Well, Graham Greene, the shoes, they look good, so it doesn't matter if they're uncomfortable, right? I'm the exact opposite, but I'm not a Washington Redskin. But, yeah, I told them, you only want to know what you need to know. You don't want to know everything, or you'll become a monster like the people involved in espionage. And espionage is for demons. It's in the Bible. We didn't have spies. The Romans wrote down the Bible. Okay, people came to Mordecai. People came to Moses. This guy's a creep. Here's what they're plotting against you. I want you safe. You're nice. You keep people from getting murdered. They murder people to be in power. Okay? That's what's happening right now. Okay? When I talk to people in prayer, it's like, yeah, they're lukewarm and they piss me off. Yes. I got, Aesop Rocky, right? He was on a movie with old Denzel and old Spike Lee. And I don't like Spike Lee at all. Okay, I don't like him a lick. Okay, and Denzel's his propaganda buddy. And they both like a lot of money, influencing people with propaganda. And you know how Earl feels about propaganda, right? So if you doing propaganda, look, people can be charming. Okay, there's this one guy, Eric Hebb, right? I told you about in the service. And he was dating this girl, Cricket, blonde girl, really good looking, really cute. She knew I thought that, okay? But she didn't hit on me like Eric's wife who hit on everybody, because he told her straight up, here's what I'm about. And she went for it. Angela went for it because she's the same way. She's in the military. Guys don't do that. You could get a contract, you cover your own butt. And basically that's what they did. When it came to financial contracts, she got the car, he got the house. And she was okay with that because she was, well, the house is a bigger investment and a bigger payment. He's like, yeah, but it's also got more equity. You can make more money off of it. Not to mention that Angela wasn't smart enough to go out and let rich people hit her in a car and make $30,000 in a year off of rich people doing that off of insurance companies. Eric was, yeah, he was very shrewd. He would watch people when they drove. And he would see when I wasn't there, he told me about it. That lieutenant that hit him on a motorcycle. And he goes, Eric used to laugh. He goes, Louis bounce. He goes, what? They bounce. Yeah, when they hit you on a motorcycle and fly over your car, they bounce. And I'm like, Eric, that shit ain't funny. It's his fault. He was riding a motorcycle like an asshole. I just went in accordance to traffic laws, went to go make my maneuver. He was in a hurry, bam, and he bounced there. He must be a Tigger, right? Yeah. Wonderful thing about Tiggers is Louis are the only ones, and Louis bounce whether they be butter or silver on the bars that go boom, 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 boom. Right, do you think that shit's funny? You should. You won't stand up for a Lord's Prayer and you want money to fuck. It's horrible. And I remember telling that's just terrible, man. That's why we told Darlene Lyson, do not go riding with Heb. Heb gets in accidents. And he tells people that. We're about to get in an accident. Relax. If you tense up, you're going to get hurt. If you relax, you have a little bit of soft tissue damage, go to therapy, make thousands of dollars. The insurance companies pay for it. You're Dylan went and reached out and grabbed the gas and had back problems. It'll probably last him the rest of his life. Eric went, another 10 grand from the insurance. Fuck. No. The insurance companies will not drop you if the other insurance person has to pay out. Okay. If you're with Geico and you get hurt 4 times in 1 year, and you're not at fault. That's what they probably thought about me in Phoenix. And you're not at fault. They suck at it though. They will let the other team, the other insurance, because they're on the same team. Insurance companies on the same team. And I was like, why are these people not helping me? You're supposed to get a lawyer, like Michael Gopin. Because the insurance companies are on the same team. So they, like when I got hit by that FedEx truck, which is a corporation, on the island, when I saw him drive through, I went, okay, he drew through, he must be making a delivery. I pulled in to the gas thing, he backed into my truck. He was backing in and he started backing into you don't back into a gas thing, they should have told you that on the thing. And he hit me. But because they said I saw him do it, that I was at fault. I was like, yeah, I saw him doing it. I had the gas thing in the, I'm fast. I parked in the thing, hopped out, I was on my way to work, went to get the gas. As soon as I turned around, I see the FedEx guy backing up and hits my truck. I'm like, I try to yell, fuck! You can yell, they don't hear. It's Phoenix, right? But the girl, Cricket, she liked me. She wasn't like Angela Heff. Cricket, like most girls in business and in the military, they become businesswomen because guys are assholes. When Eric did the Temple of Set Illuminati thing, like Randy Andrews did with Patrice. I ain't about keeping a job, so don't try to keep a kid with me. You got to get yours before you get mine, because I ain't about staying. He said that, and he was really attractive, and the girls liked him anyway. His honesty was refreshing. He was gorgeous. He was fun to have sex with, and he wasn't trying to manipulate you. He wasn't telling you he loved you. You were going to get yours. He was going to get his. You didn't expect, but then you got attached to him. You wanted to be the one that could magic pussy change him. I'm Sunshine from Eddie Murphy movie with, Richard Pryor, Del Reese. Don't shoot off my pinky toe, right? And so Cricket knew I liked her. But she never, like Angela and the other girls that Eric was with, tried to hit on me. Because she respected the fact that... and I told Eric that this one, you settle down with this one, have a good business arrangement, because she's respectful. She doesn't try to hit on me like all the other ones do, and I know she digs me. I can tell she's, oh man, he's handsome. Well, that law's got herself a good one, right? We don't make men like this every dynasty. Was how Cricket treated me. And I really appreciated her with that she was respectful to me, that she liked me, but she didn't try to test and say, well, will you cheat on law? And I don't know if it was, he likes a black girl thing kind of thing. I think it was she just had Cricket's nature. That's why I liked her and wanted her to stay with Eric, keep him out of trouble. Eric wasn't a bad guy. He was just raised bad. He's just raised bad. Because I was listening to Bobby Hebb, and I should have asked him on the surface. I didn't know that. I thought it was the Traces, the Classics for us. If I'd known at the time, Bobby Hebb. Hey, you related to Bobby Hebb? Bobby Hebb, Sonny, thank you for the sunshine. He goes, That guy black. Yeah, but you're from West Virginia. You might have some relatives in Virginia that got together and said, that chocolate girl, fine. I'm going to make me a little boy that sings a best-selling record. Right? Bright days are the dark days are done and the bright days are here. My sunny one shines so sincere. Sunny one so blue. I love you. Yeah, but no, Cricket. Cricket was cool. Yeah, I liked her a lot. Well, this came to a connection to this man called, what's his name? A$AP Rocky? A$AP, that's like it's a Engelbert Humperdinck name, you know. It's a guru name. What's your name? Keith Elam. Your name ain't Keith. Yeah, it is. Now get the hell out of here. Keith? That's a white guy name. It's like, no, there's lots of guys named Keith. Yeah, Keith Jackson. Yeah, but Keith Jackson, the tight end for Oklahoma. And Keith, yeah, there's quite a Nebraska. The Keith, yeah. Okay. No, there are quite a few brothers back in the day was named Keith. Oh, yeah. And so, but I just didn't see Guru be Keith Elam. So Keith, like a white guy, Keith. It's not scary and I'm embarrassed to say it. Change your name to something like Boris or something. Tell them Boris sent you. They did the mash. That's Boris Karloff. He's mimicking Boris Karloff for that song. That's why he says, tell them Boris sent you. It's funny. No, the kid has a good sense of humor. He's whack, but he does that on purpose to appear creepy from watching horror movies to be funny. I thought it was wonderful. It was charming. It was very Jim Carrey. He was before his time. The kid who did the Monster Mash. Yeah, here you go. Are you impetuous? Yeah. Maybe not. What his song was a comedy skit. I don't know, brother. But fuck that shit. Just live the Lord's Prayer. Then you don't have to spit illegit shit, and then you don't have to quit your real day job, which is being honey do list. Honey, I do. Honey, I love you. If Rocky had carried out a pregnancy and we had our little Uriah, I don't know what we would have named him. Since they told me that that's possible, and I thought, and I do believe it's possible, then I named him. Why'd you name him Uriah? So he could remember the spirit of his relatives and not become angry and realize no one's beyond redemption. Everyone can recant, repent, sin this, sin no more, and stuff. And the sin of vanity, pride, that's the worst one of all. Okay, lust, you can correct that. You got to dig to the, I ain't ever doing that again. But pride, vanity, you get old. Oh man, I was super sensational. Shallow. I'm feeling really Roy Clark today. Yesterday when I was, and every conversation I can now recall involved itself with me and nothing else at all, right? But pride, that pride, that's the biggest of all the deadly sins to me, because that's the only one that's like, motherfucker, just submit to living the Lord's Prayer. You don't need to get your dick sucked because it's not that healthy. Just passionate kisses and you're a real fine woman wants you back that thing up. That's nice too. Keep it clean. Get out the shower. Make sure nothing gets in the woo 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 woo, and then you can woo 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 woo. Right? And so, Earl, I'm a pragmatic man who loves sexuality with his wife. And if you turn the sex into something dirty, you work for an agency that has spyware equipment and signs off on contracts for it for your business and people's houses, and then try to pass it off as a church, a religion, or an institution of higher learning. Okay. We'll load this one up after I'm done getting my shots up. Okay, y'all, I love you. It's the Sandpipers with my Emily song. One Saturday, that comes Saturday morning. So we're gonna start that back from scratch and then sing songs about Emily while we finish getting our shots up, because Emily's sweet. Okay, guys, I love you, right? Peace out, man.